Welcome back. Happening now, the Rockford Symphony Orchestra is celebrating their 90th anniversary. Now, since 1934, the RSO has graced our eyes and ears, inspiring generations of families across the state line area. And this morning, we're taking a look at what it truly means to have an orchestra of this caliber right here in the place we get to call home. Now, I got a behind the curtain look to learn the impact they're making on rural communities. Take a look.
I wish I, as a child, had that opportunity and access to hear such a great orchestra doing this piece.
When Rockford was celebrating the centennial of the city of Rockford, one of the ways that community leaders decided they wanted to celebrate was by forming an orchestra. And so that's how the Rockford Symphony Orchestra came about.
90 years of prestige and a high-caliber orchestra, making waves throughout the state line. But there is one thing that makes the RSO so unique.
Close proximity to Chicago and to Milwaukee and to Madison, and really great schools that are producing high-level art and artists is a benefit to the Rockford Symphony.
We are the only professional orchestra in quite a big radius here.
Yaniv Attar joined RSO as their music director in January of 2023.
To me, it almost feels like I've always been here, which is really wonderful. It makes me feel very welcome, and I feel like every concert that we do, we know each other better, and we produce better and better results.
A big focus of the RSO is to have another 90 years under their belts. And for that to happen, they are focusing on one key element: our youth.
It's like I've never been here before, so I'm like, woo. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I'm so ready.
The exposure of the orchestra begins with music teachers who meet with children day in and out.
I'm squishing up my baby bumblebee. So to get them into Rockford and have the opportunity to experience this kind of music is a huge thing, I feel.
Catherine teaches music to 4th and 5th graders in Freeport, spending months preparing students for a trip to see the RSO in person.
I feel it's very important. I grew up in a rural community. It's such a cool experience that they can get that experience closer to home than having to go all the way to Chicago or to another larger city that's farther away.
I had the privilege to join over 1,800 students on a field trip to the Coronado to learn about the living and breathing RSO. Meet Brianna. She wants to be a part of an orchestra when she grows up.
I really like the violin, and I like how it hurts, and I hear a lot of violin stuff, so I'm like, ooh, I like it. I just want to just play it, just nothing else, just play it or be on stage and have a good time.
Well, my favorite thing about the orchestra is how loud they play, and it's really cool.
The RSO playing to pictures the students drew themselves.
Each one of the movements describes a different painting. So we're able to show all the school kids what tools composers use in order to paint the pictures. And it's a wonderful thing because they can learn, okay, about dynamics, about tempo, about character.
We need to develop future audience members, develop future musicians.
It really spiked their interest in a way that, beyond our control, but only for good. And it's an amazing avenue to be able to express yourself in other ways than just words. I wish for every child not to be a professional musician, but to play an instrument, be part of a youth orchestra, be part of a chamber music group, anything. If you have music in your life, it's a privilege.
Such an incredible story. I definitely had a blast on this field trip with these children, and we're going to continue our series celebrating the 90th anniversary of the Rockford Symphony Orchestra throughout next month. For now, Claudia, I'll send it over to you.